Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
or find our inner Brock and Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Who is you?
I'm Nero,
And I'm Nyambi.
and this is episode 368, y'all.
I don't know what you said.
I'm about to say 600.
Woo! My God, my Lord, isn't he a good one?
Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K. What's going on, baby?
Y'all, we made it to Friday. Are these weeks taking a while to get through? Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think we're going to have a COVID session today, because I don't got much to say about COVID. Stay in the house, wash your hands. But we are going to talk a little bit about the government. Don't it feel like the terrorist attack that happened at the Capitol happened a month ago? And it was literally a week and a half ago.
Oh,
like,
I thought I was going to say, wasn't it yesterday?
Is it? No, it felt far away from me. I was like, when did that happen? It felt like such a traumatic, like down the road, and it's still so fresh. I feel like time is really tick-tocking. AKA, when is the boy from Scranton and the girl from Compton going to get up in that office? Like, I feel like it's something that we just keep talking about. And I was like, is it ever going to happen?
She's not from Compton.
I'm sorry. I said Compton, Oakland. Dang, I'm sorry, Bay. Ooh, Nero got mad like he was born and raised from the Bay.
Put that respect.
I got respect for Oakland and Compton. The girl from Compton. No, they ain't gonna have. Shout out to Compton.
Nah.
We ain't ready for that yet. We ain't ready for.
Nah.
We not ready for that yet.
Right.
But my check-in, I am so happy. It is Friday. What actually got me through this week was hotels. Jasmine motherfucking Sullivan's with an S. It's been a long time since we added S's to people's name, and I just want to put respect on Jasmine Sullivan. She has her new album that came out, Hotels. If y'all looking, like, it's bomb. It's on Spotify, all the things. But what really tipped me over and brought a spot of joy for me was that Jasmine Sullivan did an actual album rollout. Like Mother Beyonce got us trained that you'll get this music when I say you get it. It could be at 3 a.m. It could be at noon. It could be on Sunday. It could be on Monday, Halloween, the Lord's Day. It don't matter. I'm going to get this shit when I give it to you, and you take what I give.
Did she say Halloween?
And I ain't giving you no context. Listen to the album and look at these videos I done put out. But Jasmine Sullivan took it old school. And just creeped in for us, gave us snippets on her social media, gave us concerts on
Tiny Desk.
I ain't even got there yet. On YouTube, right? You know, when you do singles, right? Because you know when you do full album rollouts, you got to have an intro single. When you had an intro single, then you go on radio and be like, oh, this coming, and this was my inspiration, and she gave us all of that. And then Nero done broke the surprise and gave us a Tiny Desk.
I ain't know the surprise was a Tiny Desk.
The day that her album launched, and she sung it live, and she sung it how she was supposed to sing it.
Oh. And
we're not even getting to the content, right? We're just going to the whole nostalgia that it gave me. It's been a while since I've been excited for anybody's music. When was the last album you were excited about? Mine was Anita Baker's Compositions.
Were you even alive then?
Exactly. No, but when was the last album rollout? Not like one drop in. It's like, oh my goodness. I think it's only Mother Beyonce, maybe Jay-Z, that doing that and people get excited. But when was the last album rollout that you was like, I am so looking forward to this album?
Drake's new album that's coming out.
Listen, I'm trying to be on a white. I walk a crooked path.
Certified Lover Boy.
Listen, I like Champagne Poppy. I definitely came to age during the Champagne Poppy era, but no. What are you looking forward to about Champagne? Okay, you know what? I'm compassionate. That's your truth, Niram. Thank you. Can you tell me what about Champagne's Poppy? I'm sorry, what is it called?
Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah, that it brings you joy. What has he done to show a rollout?
With all of these albums, all of these songs that's leaking and different songs he leaked and how good they were.
See, leaking. There we go again.
But it's a part of his rollout, because on his SoundCloud, it'd be like Drake leak. So he leaking these songs. He releasing these songs. So that's a part of his rollout.
Got you. Okay, I'm going to say it with compassion.
The heart in the head with the lineup.
The what? Can you please say that again? What are you saying?
The heart in his lineup for the certified lover boy.
So listen, I've been on social media. Drake has a heart in his head.
Yes.
And is lined up.
I'll show you.
I'm not sure what you or any of these children who were born in 1995 are talking about. Oh my God. Why are y'all doing this? Drake too old for that. Drake is in my age range.
He has
too old
he
for
has
this.
the heart in his lineup. As a part of his rollout of the certified lover boy.
I feel like that's something that we will wear in 2005 to the Valentine's Day dance. This is too much. It's too much. And what else has Drake done? Is that it? He done leaked his albums. He done leaked the music. And what else?
And interviews, things of that.
When has he done it? Niram's lying. Are you caping for Drake right now?
No,
Yes.
I'm just rolling here.
That does not compare to Jasmine Sullivan Hotels. Second part why I love Hotels. Haven't even got to the content yet. The content of the album is legit. Reality show is a banger beginning to end. Hotels also follows that. Mm-hmm. And I love the idea of just the stories that are being told too. Like she got stuff where it's like her being heartbroken, her being not only heartbroken, but I appreciate the song where she acknowledged that I know what this is, but it feels so good. I want to continue it. I think it's one of the lines when she said, "You gonna make a hoe out of me." Listen, when you hit a certain age, when you hit over a certain age, you know exactly what that means. And have anybody ever made a hoe out of you, Nero?
Absolutely.
And how I feel? Good.
Good.
And that's the truth we don't be talking about sometimes. I mean, Brother Bill told us, if it feels this good to be used,
then use me up.
Come on. Bah, 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 and then you go, never mind. But I appreciate that. Also, y'all, I am getting excited for this long weekend. As you know, I'm a cubicle warrior, and my company has MLK Day off. Thank you, Lord. Honestly, even if it didn't have it off, MLK Day is a day I do not plan on working in my life. That is just, the ancestors work too hard. It is a day, I remember we say it's a day on, not a day off. It's COVID, so I can't go outside and do any community service. But I do plan on, I think y'all know this, Niram and I, we have like family meetings every week. I would like to donate to some type of charity on MLK Day. That's in the honor. That's as much as I'm doing.
Okay.
Truth moment. I can't wait to watch all the good TV. When I tell you this weekend, the only thing I'm doing is walking, watching TV, petting Mabel, and eating. And I can't wait. I don't know about y'all, but this work week, I'm not cut for like 5 days of work no more. Like this 5 days, 8 hours a day of work.
Tell us more, Naomi.
It's just, I don't know if I'm cut anymore. Like I just be at work on Tuesday. Like what day is it? And I looked at my calendar and the Lord blessed me. I know that I'm getting tired when I look at my calendar on Wednesday for what's gonna happen in the following week. Like I'm trying to wrap up my week on Wednesday afternoon. But this week Wednesday, I looked for next week and I said, my God, it's MLK Day.
Oh.
And when I tell y'all the television lined up, I'm about to be so lit about. Should I run it down from there?
Run it down, baby.
So the first thing I will be watching is WandaVision on Disney Plus. Cannot wait. Okay. Want me to read a summary of what it is?
Yeah, tell me more.
Living idealized suburban lives, superpowered beings, Wanda and Vision begin to suspect that everything's not what it seems. It picks up right after where the last Avengers let off. Oh. So, Vision and everything, and how they disappeared and they went to a different place, and then we didn't know where they went to. They supposed to went to this area. And the way that it's set up, it's like they're in like this Pleasantville scenario, and like they're living like this air quote 50s American's housewife and husband, and like, hi, how are you? Like laugh track and everything, like ha ha ha. Would you like some food? Oh, let's go to the, I don't know, play what white people play, Pinochle. Oh. And then on Pinochle we'll do this, and then like they start having flashbacks to be like, do you feel weird? Or how do we get here? Like, and it starts breaking up that. I love shit like that.
Is this a movie or TV show?
TV show.
Oh.
On Disney Plus. I haven't looked to see if it's just one episode. I pray that they just drop that shit and literally give me 10 hours. Okay. So I can literally, like, almost each show is just going to take a day. And, like, that's what I'm going to do. And, like, after every 3 shows, I'm going to go walk a mile. Oh. Or episodes. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Next show I'm looking for. Servant season 2, Apple Plus.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Hit it with an effect, Nero.
Oh shit.
Hit him. What would you hit us with?
I don't know which one. Air
Too late. I
horns?
think you missed the moment.
Well, let's go then.
Okay. We'll do it again. And then we're going to watch Servant 2. Servant season 2. Go ahead, Nero.
Just move on, Nyambi.
Nero, I stole Nero Joy.
We missed the mark. We missed it.
Oh, my goodness. I'm lit about that because
Okay.
that's M. Night Shyamalan's, my favorite Indian director.
Yo, that first season was the shit.
I don't even know how to talk about it because there's so much shit going on. I don't even know how to talk about the first season without giving it away. So it's hard to even explain the second season. So the first season, what I'll say is there's this family that's going through a very tough time. They recently had a baby, recently been married, wife, symptoms of some type of postpartum. And they then bring in a nanny, someone that's supposed to support around the house. And everything is not what it seems. And from there, it hits the shit show. Ron from Harry Potter on there being grown as hell. I love it all. It's good. I love it. You got anything else to say about Servant?
That shit. Let me
Did I
tell
not
you.
give it away? Because if I give it away, it'd be too bad.
No.
No, I don't want to give that
Don't give
away.
it away. But let me tell you, the plot twist after plot twist after plot twist of this fucking show. Hand claps for it. See, that's how you're supposed to do it, Miami. That's how you add
He's been
in
dying to do this
a
soundboard.
soundtrack.
He's been dying to do this.
It's on and popping.
And then I'm not done. Remember, it's a long weekend.
Yes.
One Night in Miami, which is coming on Prime. So it's on the night of February 25th. First, all this made up too, y'all. So I don't want the kids 25 and under thinking that this is irrelevant.
Oh.
So on the night of February 25th, 1964, in Miami, Cassius Clay joins Jim Brown, Sam Cooke, Malcolm X, and they discuss the responsibilities of being successful black men during the civil rights movement. Boom.
What if that really did happen?
It didn't.
I
I just
know.
want to make sure the kids don't go write essays
It did
about
not happen.
I just want to make sure.
But what if it did?
We about to watch the movie and see what the people have visualized for it. I'm on for that. That's on Prime. Next one, MLK and the FBI. This one I think you got is on demand. I'm going to pay the money. So it says, I think it's from IFC too. So it's based on newly discovered and declassified files. Y'all remember when that came out? It was about 18 months ago. Remember when the FBI put all their files about MLK up there? Because I forgot what civil rights groups was like, no, FBI... Because the FBI never did a formal apology or an
they don't
analogy.
apologize for nobody.
Don't get me going about like the invasion of privacy, the manipulation, all that stuff he did to MLK, and I'm sure many other civil rights leaders. But whatever happened or whatever the settlement was, instead of the explicit apology, they just made the documents available for public consumption. And so what these documentary folks did, went through each of the documents, and they made this documentary highlighting all of these things. Basically how the FBI, and we know this is Black Lives Matter community, this ain't nothing new. How he terrorized MLK family, his life, his character, and it breaks down to how dirty J. Edgar Hoover was, right? The goal was to make MLK like this trifling ass nigga. They wanted to really exploit him being unfaithful. They wanted to break down his marriage. They wanted to basically destroy him. And they have on the record where like it was some minutes where J. Edgar Hoover was like, that nigga got way too much power. He said his biggest fear in his while he was the FBI director was that there would be this great black messiah, and MLK is getting way too close to that shit, and we need to do whatever means necessary to fucking destroy it, right? And they even have the letter that they sent him. They had the letter in the I think it was a tape that he sent him in Coretta, right, showing him fucking bitches. And wrote a letter and said, in addition to these fucking bitches, we're going to put all this shit out here. Honestly, you should just go ahead and kill yourself to make it easier.
A scheme that Todd set up
from the
for him to come.
With the bullshit. Like, that's how in detail they show that letter. And I'm just like, and don't get me wrong, MLK is not no saint. He is absolutely human. So the idea of him fucking around, like, honestly, that's between him and Coretta to me. Like, that don't got much to do with the movement, right? And I think, honestly, we just don't give Coretta enough credit for knowing that sometimes the movement had to be bigger than their relationship. Because I'm sure when she found out, and I pray she knew before the FBI came to her door, or they started sending these signals, that she had to make a motherfucking decision in that moment. Like, listen, I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, I've read all of Coretta books and all that type of stuff, and she's only briefly talked about the infidelity. She definitely didn't do it in the book when she like wrote about him, but she has a book about like herself and like just like more of her autobiography. She touched on it explicitly. I mean, a little bit, but not as explicit as I almost was thinking. Like, I almost was ready for a chapter to be like, yes, he did. And I was pissed and I worked through it. Like, she ain't talk about that openly. She talked around it, right? She talked about, again, about the movements being bigger, right, than their marriage, than their family, and, you know, taking the responsibility that got, like, all that type of stuff. I mean, I took that as, yeah, I knew. And we worked through it. So I'm super interesting in that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then let me see other highlights. So you hear about Andrew Yang running for the mayor of New York?
Gang, I didn't even know he was from New York. I thought he was from like California somewhere.
Why would you? Where you thought he was from?
Like Palo Alto or some shit.
LA,
like that.
What?
Cause well, his
Not talking about that $1,000 universal income. Nah, he ain't from California with that. $1,000 ain't gonna get it.
But I also wouldn't think that was a New York type of.
But I would. I think that feels more New York than California.
Really?
Yeah, like for everyone, like a leveling of more of the playing field. Yes, in New York, $1,000 to everyone who makes under a certain amount of money could do a lot. Where I don't think it could do a lot in California.
No, but I know like location wise, but I thought like that would just came from a person from California than from New York.
Oh, I got you. Like the progressiveness or something. Like, no, they would make an app or something like that.
Not an app.
Or a TV show. The superficial, right? California's more superficial. I feel like when I think about New York, it's more connected to the people, to the source. I think I'm here for it. I used to think he was majorly corny, but I'm kind of here for the lightness of him. I think that's his superpower almost. Like, I think people come off the offense or the defense with him because when you see him even in interviews, he's very light and he try to make jokes and he try to figure it out. But honestly, when you go on his website and when he get to talking his shit, I'm like, oh, you do know. What you talking about? Oh, it's a little deeper than that, right? That's just your energy. So I honestly, I think I'm low key here for Yang Gang. We'll see who the other almost said contestants or participants.
So is Bill de Blasio still a mayor?
Yeah, and I heard New Yorkers really
So they trying to get de Blasio the fuck out of here?
Yeah, I think it's probably time.
Oh. Okay.
I think de Blasio was trying to hold tight because he had that black wife, but I don't think that's enough anymore. Yeah, like when I talk to other New Yorkers, Bill de Blasio ain't doing it for him. And I think Yang Gang is a nice mixture of like being about the business, a certain lightness, a connectedness, awareness that Bill de Blasio, is that his name? Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, de Blasio.
It's not necessarily connected to. And I think I'm for it. Again, we'll see who the other folks who gonna come out, because I'm sure Andrew just throwing his name in the hat because his name is still very present, right, from the presidential election.
Right,
Not only that, he was super active in Georgia. He was super active in the Biden campaign. So we've been seeing him a lot. And I don't know. I think it might be a good move for him. I think it might be a big move for New York, too. And he's still talking about that universal $1,000, too. So I think New York, if that's something he really wants to set the tone and set a precedent for, New York would be an amazing place to do it for. Because if it can work in New York, it can work just about in any state except California. No. But you know what I mean. Then lastly, did y'all see Maya Angelou have Barbie doll come out? And that John is sold out.
What?
I literally was like, prep for the podcast, looking, and I seen it, and it was like Maya Angelou. I was like, oh, child, let me go buy me a Maya Angelou doll. Okay, first, let me pause. I was worried what phase in her life they was gonna take her.
Oh.
I was like, is it like young Maya? Is it
old Maya? With the
is it seasoned? Is it seasoned Maya or who is it? What's going on? So I was so excited to see it. It literally just came out a day before. So like y'all listening on Friday or after, it came out like the Thursday before. And I'm so lit. Nerum, that ain't it. If you go back and you want to click the one that say Mattel or Target, Barbie signature. And I'm lit. So they got another one too. They got Rosa Parks. I think I might buy the Rosa Parks one. Because I don't think she sold out yet.
I don't know. This Maya, you can get her.
I know. I'm so excited, but it just brought me joy. But they have a whole Barbie signature inspiring women collection. It's some white women on there. I don't remember the white women.
Don't they got her holding? I know why the cage bird sing.
Nerum is fascinated. They got. I forgot the white woman. I think Susan B. Anthony.
Oh.
Some other white. Is it Ella Fitzgerald? I don't know those white women.
Rosa Parks.
But I know about Rosa Parks, and I know about Ella Fitzgerald, and I know about Maya Angelou.
Oh, you can pick up. We need to stop the podcast. Go pick up this one.
I was thinking about it, but I'm trying to be thoughtful. We're going to have an episode about this, y'all. We've been getting like just super intentional with our finances. And I do want these Barbie dolls, but do I need them?
Probably not. But I think they'll be a good, nice little keepsake.
I know, but I wouldn't even sell that. Like that's something I would keep and have for like other little girls in my life. Child. Actually, let me stop lying. For me, I'm going to put that on my desk.
Right.
And I'm going to look at it every day.
It's just going to be in a box.
I'm a parent myself and look at it.
It's going to be in a box on the bookshelf, just like our Black Panthers.
Ooh. You want me to bust it out the box?
No. Don't you touch those boxes. You leave those fucking boxes alone.
But if y'all got babies in your life, go ahead and look for the Maya Angelou, Ella Fitzgerald, or the Rosa Parks Barbie. I think it's called the Inspiring Barbie doll line. And I am so like, I wish I had some like baby girls to just give and spoil. I was like, this is amazing. It just brings me joy. I'm so excited.
That's fire.
What's going on with you, Nerum?
I think I'm going blind.
What? Why would you, Nerum? Why can't I can't go to the doctor? I can't do nothing. I can't have my own story.
What?
Did you go to the doctor?
No.
Okay then.
What you mean, Naomi? What you mean you can't have your own
I was just
story?
talking about me at the eye doctor. Now you can't see. Okay.
Wait a minute. This is not about you.
Okay, well, we about to see in a minute. Go ahead.
Never mind.
No, tell us about your
Nope.
blind in the eye. Tell us, because
Nope.
I want to have record.
Nope. I'll pass.
I want to have record.
I'll pass.
Cool.
I'll pass. Love is ever evolving.
Peace.
Peace. Michigan will charge former Governor Rick Snyder for his role in the Flint water scandal.
Good.
How about that? It's about fucking time. Where's his ass been? He been fucking hot. I'm surprised his ass ain't.
Where he been? At home.
I'm
Where
surprised.
the rest of us.
I'm surprised his ass ain't like left the country or some bullshit like that.
Why would white entitlement lead him to that?
Exactly. So state officials are planning to charge former Michigan Governor Rick Snyder and former Health Department Director Nick Lyon, and others who were a part of his administration for their role in the Flint water contamination scandal,
Good.
which led to a disastrous outbreak of Legionnaire's disease and forced a black town to live with lead-infected water for years. It's
Flint.
still going on.
That's what I said. It's still not. Listen, I'm from Michigan. I'm not drinking no water from Flint. I really wanted to drink the water at my parents' house. And we ain't near Flint.
Well, you know, my mom.
I ain't no need to lie. I ain't no lie. They know this too. Remember we bought all them filters. Ain't nobody got time.
My mom been drinking bottled water for years.
She sure has.
And it's like, why? I ain't trusting no water.
We
I
need
said
to
we
get-
stay in the Great Lakes.
And the faucet water do taste good.
Used to.
But the way that they ain't taking care of these pipes ain't worth it.
It ain't.
I'm gonna need to get one of them. What's it called? Life straws. Them life straws or the life pitcher. Shout out to Nia from the World Health Organization to go to Detroit because they play too much.
Yeah, this is crazy though. It's about time though.
They do. Someone needs to. This was egregious. Go ahead, Nerum. I'm sorry. This your turn.
The Associated Press noted that the governor had adequate legal authority to intervene by demanding more information from the agency directors and reorganizing agencies to assure the availability of appropriate expenses where needed, and ordering state agencies to respond and ultimately firing ineffective agency heads. But instead, his ass is like, fuck Flint, fuck black people, and I'm just going to do what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah. Because this never could happen. What's the white cities in Michigan that they love?
Grand Blanc.
Mackinac,
I won't say
Livonia,
Livonia,
like anything in Bloomfield Hills. It would never.
Auburn Hills.
Never. It would never happen. So something
Madison
needs to happen.
Heights.
Never. The fuck, but Flint.
Flint.
And it's still going on.
Yeah, no niggas still got bad water.
Child. Shout out to Flint. I don't go there often, but shout out.
Hand claps for people from Flint.
I got a place in my heart.
Y'all got a place in my heart.
That's not somewhere I really venture to when I'm in Michigan, but
y'all got a place in Miami's heart.
But it's wrong. Wrong is wrong. Right is right. I always say that. I confuse Flint and Saginaw. I think they was the same place.
Well, they're very damn. No, they're not. I was gonna say they're very damn close, but they're not.
They're not.
They're not.
Please don't ain't no Saginaw and Flint. Don't call up in here. Don't send no emails. Now you in my thoughts and prayers. But yeah, they take their ass to jail. And the thing is, they ain't going to jail. They probably gonna get fined.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be allowed to run for any type of public office. They're gonna probably do some public shaming, some type of ethics trial, but they still can go live their life and drink some Fiji water.
Like I said, he'll probably just get fined and he'll just go on about his business. Yeah. And that'll be it.
Yeah.
Other than that,
but why didn't he make the right choice? Like
because he white.
He was the one who had to go dig the fucking pipes. If anything, first of all, Michigan, or no, it was Detroit, already bankrupt. Let's bankrupt another fucking city. Like, as the governor, I'm like, however much it costs, dig the motherfucking pipes up and make it work. Pulling all these budgets, we can't kill people. Like, I would rather go down for that type of governing and being in debt or bankrupt than having all these people die. Like, white people kill me.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I done got riled up.
Oh, my God. You all right, baby?
No, I'm all right.
Okay.
A scheme that Todd set up for him to come
with the
to
bush.
you with the bush.
Listen, I don't know if it's going to be a podcast next week.
Why?
Because you have to stop.
No, I won't.
Okay. What else is on your check-in?
I will not stop. Other than that, I was over here planning, trying to figure out where exactly we going to go when our lease is up. And I'm like, all right, Naomi, since you don't want to go to Tulum, I'm
not going. Stop bringing that up and stop making that as an option for people who are listening.
Tulum, check on Mabel.
Mabel done tripped over her own feet, honey. Did y'all hear that?
Tulum is an option.
Tulum is not a fucking. Tulum's not an option. Miami's not an option. None of these places that niggas are traveling and gallivanting are options. Go home. Just everyone shelter in place. I'm so sick of everyone.
So I was gonna bring up Hawaii, and I was like, oh, Hawaii would be a nice little vibe. It's only like 5 hours away. Like, we can just go on there. Mm-hmm. And then, assistant was like, so what about Mabel? What you mean? I'll put her ass on the plane.
No, Hawaii don't do that.
They say, well, Hawaii has very strict, like, rabies laws or some shit.
Oh, they try to say my dog nasty. They
try
to say Mabel nasty.
She got a quarantine for like 12 days.
Mabel would.
She would lose her mind. I said, but she got a rabies tag on her neck.
Nigga, they don't care about that tag.
The doctor gave it to her, though.
Listen, they're going to put her in quarantine. I'm sure take some of her blood. Oh, my. I almost said something inappropriate. They're going to have her locked up.
Yes.
Could you imagine? Mabel would.
Oh, my God.
We would have to pay the money just to have her sent to Michigan. You can just pay to have your dog shipped and then... This sounds intense, but you can have it shipped and my parents have to pick her up from the airport.
Yes.
Because she couldn't handle being just in quarantine with people she don't know.
But then she going to lose her shit on the plane, too, because they're going to put her ass under.
No, she's too little to get put under.
So where they going to put her at then? They going to put her up top?
No, nigga, you don't work with this with Delta. There are actual services, like companies, that you pay. So because Mabel
I don't like your tone.
is a little dog, I'm sure we would have to pay for like plane ticket in like overnight housing for the person to go back and forth with her.
I don't like your tone towards me.
What?
Nigga.
You think they just gonna throw her under there with the casket in the trunk?
Yes.
She'll die.
Because that's where we put the other dogs at.
They don't put little dogs under there.
Oh my God.
I mean, the airline will, but we would pay for a service and where you go to the company and you're like, I need to get my dog moved or shipped, right? And they have people who you pay and they'll handle all those logistics for you. You see what I'm saying? And we would have to pay, of course, like the plane. We have to pay a plane ticket for that person. Depending, it's cross country, so we had to play for at least like 1 night stay in Michigan, and then from the turn around to come back.
Oh fuck that! I might as well just take her and bring my ass back.
Well, Papa, it costs to have kids. I'm sure all the kids, people listening with kids, thinking that's still lightweight compared to that much I pay in daycare.
I'm gonna send her ass to Uncle Steve. Maybe we're gonna be with Uncle Steve for the next month or two while we in Hawaii.
She still be mad. Don't roll back her foot there.
So other than that,
but she shuts you down. How long is the quarantine? It's bad too. We can't. It's go
like it's like 10 days. I think for the dogs.
That's bad for Mabel. 10 days with nobody giving her no attention. Are you kidding me?
Mabel cute. She'll figure it out.
She's trying to get out the cage. Whoever the person who feeds her, she'll looking at him.
She'll just shake
for 10 days. I'm worried she won't eat for 10 days.
Oh, she'll eat. Only it takes 2. Only take 2 days. Well, I guess.
And this is me. This is her favorite food. They throw that shit out.
Or
they just mix it in a big bag with all the food. You know, that's what they do at them shelters. They're like, what's this? Oh no, they eat what we give them.
So now I'm over here trying to figure out a new place of where we gonna go.
Michigan.
I was thinking San Diego.
Oh, could do that.
And then we can just like take one of our cars, drive down to San Diego.
Cool.
And just stay down there for about a month or so, and then like have that car shipped or whatever.
Oh, I thought you was about to say something crazy like drive across the country.
No, definitely not doing that.
Because I don't think I got 2 months of vacation time.
But no, what?
How long would it take us to get from San Diego to Michigan?
At
2
least,
months?
No, that's like a 5-day trip.
2 months.
That's not 2 months, not be.
So we just be driving.
Yes, we just be
driving 2 hours a day. How long it take us? We take
2 hours a day. Wait a minute.
Just 2 hours a day.
No,
from San Diego to
nigga.
Michigan.
We take shifts.
How many days that it take? About 2 months.
I can do a smooth 12.
For 5 days straight, I'm supposed to drive for 12 hours a day? Nah.
Let me see this.
And Mabel?
Yes.
And I'm supposed to eat bologna sandwiches in the car because I'm not stopping in any of the flyover states. Are you kidding?
Yes.
So are we going to go south and over, or are we just going to go straight through the middle? Because, shit, it's so much shit locked down. We can't do that. But I was like, we going to go, you know.
Oh, yeah, this would be nice. It's only 34 hours.
Listen.
Look, we go through San Diego. Because I don't know if I want to go through Texas.
Me either. But we can. Well, I was gonna say we can stop at somebody's house. No, we can't.
So we can go to San Diego. You go to L.A. Then we stop in Vegas. Have a little ball in Vegas. Is that Salt Lake City? You know how you want to be in Salt Lake City.
I do want to be in Salt Lake City.
You want to get in one of those salt things. What is it called?
Yeah, but it's a pandemic and like white supremacy is raging.
Ooh, I think we're gonna have a problem with Denver though.
Why you say that?
With your car.
Them heels. And then after Denver, well, basically from Denver to Chicago, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop in, what are these states? Iowa.
I think this is Arkansas.
Montana. No. Arkansas. That's Montana.
What is this here?
I don't know.
And then you got Iowa, and then Illinois.
So we would have to drive from Denver to Chicago. How far is that?
Oh my God, 2.
Because I don't want to stop in any of them states.
You don't want to know.
No.
So, still trying to plan that out.
What's if we go the southern route? We going Oklahoma? Hell no.
Shit.
We can do, if we do the southern route, we can do San Diego, Phoenix, Tucson, El Paso, Dallas, Arkansas. Oh, no. And
then Arkansas. Don't you have a friend in Arkansas?
Yeah.
Is she still
Tennessee.
there?
No.
And then Indianapolis.
Oh, I know. We got somewhere to stay there.
And then through Ohio to Detroit.
What do we take, the Southerns or do we take the Ranchers, honey?
I don't know. I'd rather take.
Because if I ever were to do this trip in real life near them, I would want to steep down lower. So I would want to hit that El Paso, then hit San Antonio, Austin, Houston, New Orleans, right? Like I want to do that route. You know what I'm saying? I want to stay where the blacks are. And then cross on over to Florida, that Jacksonville. We got family there, so we got to do a little ditty. Then going up through Atlanta, then go through Charlotte, do that whole eastern seaboard, and then come around to Detroit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that will take.
I would do that trip. What?
That's gonna take about 3 months. Assistant, if you listen to this, we need to talk about how we can plan this out.
I'm not driving that far. I don't want to drive that far.
Well, then I can drive, and I'll drive for like 8 hours, and then we'll stop.
That's still a week.
No, it ain't. Oh, yeah, it is. It is.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
For the folks who have done cross-country trips, let us know your horror stories.
No, I want to know the good stories. Don't tell us the horror stories.
I want to, and then we're probably gonna have something attached. No, I can't drive 3,000 miles with a U-Haul. Or with any. You know how I feel about things being attached to cars.
Why would we attach something?
So do you think everything is gonna fit in our SUV? One SUV. You think I'm trailing you? Like, do you think everything we would need to live in Michigan could fit in the SUV? No.
But we can get a ship though.
Please, our cooler alone.
Not the cooler. What's going to be?
Cooler alone is going to take up all the space.
What?
And sanitizer. What?
Not cooler and sanitizer.
What are you about
Never
to
mind.
We got a friend who did it.
We do.
They didn't go all the way. I think ours is still further. They went just about. They went to the Midwest though. Mm-hmm. Actually, I got a few friends who've done. I have a few friends who went literally coast to coast, from like white ass New England to all like to Washington State. So we happy. It's by themselves.
I was saying they did it by themselves.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it with. It's not with pleasure. If that's the case, if you sit here and tell me we had to drive across country to Michigan, I'm gonna just find another lease in California, and then I'll come visit you.
So you saying you don't want to be in the car with me for 37 hours?
It just don't feel a good use of time.
Oh.
The way that my anxiety and depression be acting up, nah.
Don't you don't want to see America?
No, I don't. Do you want the real answer? As of now, no. I would like to say just very black people. I think that's why I want to go to Detroit. Because I miss just being surrounded by blackness. But no, I'm not interested in seeing the Colorado whites or the Iowa whites. I'm not interested in that at all. Or Utah. Maybe in a year I will, but not now.
Not now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still working through some stuff.
You want to do some pillow talk?
Yeah, go ahead. Start us off. Where we going to start?
That nigga impeached again.
Dose.
Or as who was that? Kamala Harris niece said, Auntie, I got something for you. It's impeachments.
I love how she said, what? What you got for me? She knew the bullshit was starting from the door. What you got for me? She had major auntie voice.
Auntie.
Yeah.
Auntie.
Yeah.
I got something for you.
What you got?
Impeachments.
Girl, go sit your ass. Give me one. That's what she said on the break. Girl, sit down. Give me one. Rightfully so.
That's what's up.
All right, impeach. You want to read it? Tell us a little bit about it.
So Donald, DJC was impeached by the House Representatives on Wednesday, 1 week after his supporters attacked Congress in a failed attempt to stop them from certifying the results of the 2020 election. Yep. Trump now become the first president in U.S. history to be impeached twice. And then, what is that? And 10 Republicans join in. Yep. So, yeah, it's just a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. I was just saying, like, it's only 10 joined in to do
only
it.
10.
And I think we should make note of that.
We need all their names.
Mm-hmm. So we know all the motherfuckers not to vote for, too.
Yes.
So all those motherfucking Republicans stood by. It's actually a few black men who voted to not impeach him, that we need to go ahead and write their name down and go ahead and exit their ass out when they turn him up.
So his ass was charged with incitement of insurrection 7 days after he told the crowd to fight like hell during a speech that preceded the unprecedented domestic terror attack on the Capitol building. Have he said anything yet?
I think he did like a recording or something when he was like calling for peace. Like he's changing his fucking tone because he's about to go on trial in a month. And he's trying to get all the data points put in place to be like, I didn't say it. I didn't tell them to go do it. People went for their own volition and they did it. I've never said, the only thing I've explicitly said is seek for peace, right? Like doing colonizers gonna colonize. So that's what he's trying to cover his tracks now. That's exactly what he's doing. He's condemning the folks who did it. Like just old pilgrim shit, right? These people no longer serve him. He got his money, he got his family, he out of office in 3 days or whatever it's gonna be, and he gonna drop him like a bad habit and do whatever he can, whatever he need to do to survive. That is what he's gonna do. So
what do you think they're gonna do to him?
I think they are gonna impeach him. Impeach him. First of all, let me get the word. Impeach him. But I don't think he's going to jail. I think he ain't gonna get that pension. He's not gonna be able to run again. I think they're gonna try to put him on trial, but I don't think there's gonna be any jail time.
So with everything that's going down, because like all of these companies, all these private companies are like shutting their ass down. So all the tech companies, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, fucking Stripe, Shopify, All them
Pinterest,
shits.
don't forget.
Pinterest. All them shits. iHeartRadio, YouTube.
Yep.
Any tech company you can think of. I think Airbnb shut his ass down.
Yeah, they cancel reservations. Airbnb, honey.
You know, Grubhub.
His ass order no food.
Can't order no food.
Can't open no restaurant.
He can't open no restaurant. This nigga can't. He can't even get a cab.
Nope. Okay, now come on, get to the point.
So the thing is like, do you think, like, is this the last? Do you think his quote unquote empire? Do you think this thing gonna go broke?
Do I think a white privileged man like Donald Trump? No, because he comes from money. Like I don't think he's broke, but I'm hoping we take the air out of his balloon.
And the reason I say that, because in addition to that, like even some of the banks that he does business with has even like freeze funds and like shut that down.
Yes, I think he's going to lose a lot of money, but I do not think he's going to
go broke.
No, like I don't think he's going to have to go buy $1,000 house in Detroit and make it nice and live there. Like, is he going to be in a financial place where he didn't think he was going to be? Probably so. But also, I never lose faith in white supremacy and the power of whiteness in how he can just rebuild his platform and make money with them. Right? So I think we about to see what a reimagining of a brand, right? He's just going to rebrand himself. To something else to make some more money. But yeah, is he gonna lose a lot of money? Yeah. But he probably gonna get some more money from this newfound group of people who follows him. Right? Like I think that is how the privilege is gonna fall out for him. Like this public shaming, like, and honestly, we also forget he old as fuck.
Right.
Think about when you're that old. You think he really, really, really gives a fuck like that people hate him like this? But I don't think so.
What I also want to say, Naomi, is that I feel like those type of people ain't got no money.
They don't. But the thing is, you don't need them to have a lot of money. You just need them to give you $20. And if all of them give you $20, that's what you need. It's just, again, I hate to say it. I think about even to folks who are from a lower social and economic standing that like participate in some of these churches. They don't got money to give. But when the pastors start talking, they put up their $3 to $4. And if you multiply this $3 to $4 by thousands and millions, you got your money. Okay. So compared to where before he just got friends in high places, you only need 10 friends to do a deal with you. He might need 100,000 folks of them to do it, but shit, he retired. And also, I don't know if they're gonna put a previous U.S. president in jail. Like, it just feels like, don't he know too much, y'all? Again, I don't know that much about constitutional law and like to the inner workings of the presidency, but I'm assuming once you swear on that Bible and after inauguration day, your orientation week, you learn a lot of things. And I ain't talking about just that Santa Claus ain't real and you and aliens are. Like, so
what about B613?
Listen, I ain't about to get caught in this air saying all that, but and it sucks, right? But that's what I'm just like, I feel like he knows way too much to put a president in jail. Like, because then I imagine when he's on trial, like, will he just spill the beans and like take everybody down with him? Like, I'm assuming all the presidents have done a lot of illegal shit, and it's like, I don't know why y'all putting me in jail for inciting a riot where Obama or blah 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 Clinton or Bush did X, Y, and Z and killed just as many people, and we be like, nigga, what? Like, I just imagine like that come into play. So well, you know, let my mom tell it. My mom don't know if Cheeto got long for the world. Mom said, I don't know if Cheeto got long for this world. And I said, I don't know either. Right? Like, again, I that's why I tried. When I was younger, I used to be interested in politics, but like, I've taken a step back, right? It's like a huge, sinister soap opera that I'm not interested in. And maybe I'm way off base. Maybe the presidents don't know nothing. But I just can't imagine America was just built on so much integrity that we ain't did dirt. That we don't want our fellow citizens to know or other countries to know that he can start putting on blast easily. Like, what? I don't know. Like, what's his loyalty in not going to other countries? Or talking shit? Like, you got to have something over him to be like, all right, you ain't going to go to jail. That's why we're going to leave you alone if you shut the fuck up. I don't know.
Who knows? And that's why I was like,
because he has incited a little, right? He has done some international, right? He's on more bigotry, right? Like, he's really big on like that bigotry shit and like profiling. Like, I think when he was calling like what is this? We got the COVID, like what they call it, the Chinese, like all that racist shit. Like that's his type of shit he dealing with, right? But we ain't really had the tug of war when it come to like the international stuff. Like even that Russia shit, Putin was using him, like all that. He's really been big on this like domestic terrorism. So I don't know. And maybe maybe they only inch the information to the presidents. Like college. So during your freshman year, you only get so much, and if you pass, you get more. So maybe he don't know as much as we think he do, because like you said, what's they call B13? Shut up, B613. B613 was like, nah, don't tell that nigga that. Or B613 was like, give him the wrong codes. Let it be one number off. So when you forget your password to the bank account, they send you an email, and then maybe you got to go to the email of some other people to be like, is y'all sure you wanted to do this? So maybe that's at play, but it just don't feel like jail time is the end point. But what it do need to be is you ain't getting that pension. You can't run for no more office. I basically want you and your rightist extremists to go sit somewhere in the middle of nowhere and just be in your tents and do what you're going to do. That's how I hope it goes. And he just goes away quietly, but probably not. Stay tuned. What you think?
I don't know. Like, that's one of the reasons why I asked you, like, because I feel like it could go either way. And of course, it can play out, right? But I think one part of me is like, is this finally the first shoe to drop, or the first shoe, first ship or shoe to drop when it comes to for him? Because for him. Oh. Because, reading some of these tell-alls, i.e. from his niece and some of these other motherfuckers, everything about him is off shelf anyway. It's all fool's gold.
Duh.
So I'm just.
It's a lot of people like that.
So I'm just wondering, like, with all of this going on, will the things with him being more or less exiled, and I would say like tech in general, right? And like tech is starting to run the world.
Yeah.
When it comes to, like I say, Shopify, Stripe, PayPal, all these other like payment processors that process money, and like the places where his shops and things are hosted at has been shut down. I'm just trying to figure out if that's going to be the shoe to drop, or what ways he's going to try to navigate this to be on the better side. I mean,
but it helps when your family come from money, so I'm hoping he don't got to just live off like his t-shirt sales. Right, like this is when you tie into the family trust, right? Like this is where you lean on that daughter they trying to clean up her image for, right? Like this is when you lean on them sons, honey. They be on that. Maybe they dope boys, honey.
The daughter that we didn't know about.
No, not that one. The one that he be pouncing in front like a Barbie doll.
Oh, the one he want to have sex with.
Yeah, it's strange. I get a weird energy from it. But like that, like I just imagine when you're just engulfed in privilege, and I think it's hard for us to process that because we don't have that.
Right.
Like we don't have like that type of security that you can just literally fuck up so bad that your family can absorb the blow. But I think the Trump family can. But you were talking about this fallacy and fakeness, but did Donald Trump really bring to light is the presidency a fallacy and fake?
Right.
Like, is he just playing the game? I don't know. Stay tuned. It's 2021. It was 2020. It is a pandemic happening. Anything could change. They might carry his ass to jail and put him in a cell next to Bill Cosby. Who knows? Who knows? And I'll be willing to eat my humble pie. Who knows? We might see him in Detroit buying a house. I don't know. My gut telling me no. In my history of like how white men succeed in this world,
it's telling you no.
It's telling me no. But like I said, that virus might be changing energies when it change our DNA. We get the vaccinations. It don't change our DNA. It don't change our DNA. I'm starting rumors.
That is irresponsible.
It is. It don't change your DNA. But I'm curious what y'all think. What's the outcome? How we gonna move? I don't think he's gonna jail.
Yeah, what
I
y'all
think he's gonna get all that stuff. All the other stuff he ain't gonna be around. Like I think they're gonna shut him down. He ain't getting his piece of pension. I think he is gonna still get Secret Service though. But jail, nah, he ain't about to go in there with Weinstein and Bill Cosby? No, no, he gonna go to where he be at?
Mar-a-Lago,
whatever. Yes, where he gonna be.
Well, we want to know as well. So make sure to call us and leave a voicemail at 508-784-1111. Call in, let us know what y'all think.
I got some positives for us.
What you got?
You know, on CNN, Abby, our girl, black girl, Abby Phillips, she got her own show on CNN, of course. So Inside Politics was Sunday with Abby Phillips is going to kick off January 24th. And side note, she also been promoted to a senior political correspondent. That brought me joy because I just like seeing black women in newscaster seats. And that's journalists. Because it's not many.
No.
The reason I know it's not many because I feel like I can name them all. And I shouldn't be able to.
I
should not be able to name all like the women journalists and newscasters.
I wonder, is that CNN's play to answer to, what's her name? Ashley Cross that took over the readout?
Yeah. Or just Joy Reid. Like, it should just be more black women.
Right.
Or women of color. Like, if this would have been a Latino woman or like all of that. Like, it just needs to be in the journalism area, in the newscaster, broadcaster field. I just want to see more women, and especially more women of color. I think we're good with men. Don't get me wrong. Them white men, and what's that man with them good eyelashes on MSNBC?
Oh, yeah.
Chris Hayes.
Like Stewie.
Oh, my goodness. Chris Hayes. And them. Every time Chris Hayes comes on my television with them eyelashes. And then, Uncle Don and I'm calling Uncle Andrew. That's his brother name, though. The other Como. Them two give me life when them two uncles will go back and forth. But I appreciate seeing just black women especially, but even just brown women or women of color when it comes to that stage across the board. I think that's why as black women we were so hurt when we seen Candace. It's not that Candace can't have her own platform, but it's like, shit, sis, you gonna come up in here and what? And the thing is, Candace just don't come up and be like, I'm a conservative, I believe in X, Y, and Z. Candace come up and be like, I'm a conservative and niggas ain't shit. You be like, what the fuck?
And I be like, look,
did you have to add the niggas ain't shit? Like, what are you talking about, Candace?
And I be looking at, ain't you a nigga too?
Yeah, basically, sis, you talking about you. Kettle pot, black kettle pot. So, like, that's honestly, it's not that. I understand her rhetoric is to get attention and all that, but I'm like, Candace, you can have that conservative, right-wing feelings, because that is true. There are black people who believe that, but you don't got to throw black people as a whole under the bus when you're saying this rhetoric. That's what I think that's why a lot of times, not even a lot of times, I think when she first came out, there was a bad taste in our mouths about her, but now she just done proved herself, honey, that she really don't give a fuck. But I'm thinking initially, low key. Oh, you gonna say something there?
I was gonna say, where is Melissa Harris Perry?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What?
She said she's done. She needed a moment. I think she's a professor somewhere. Professor writing books. Don't do that to Melissa Harris Perry.
Well, I just asked.
Boring now. She was a little boring. But she crawled so they could fly and walk.
Exactly.
Like, if it was not for Melissa Harris Perry, if it wasn't for like Soledad O'Brien, like all these other women of color who came before, we wouldn't be able to truly be who we are in these platforms.
Yeah, and Mary Jane Paul.
This nigga. Bye. I'm thinking about to say like one of the White House correspondents. Like, I thought you were about to name all the other literary folks who came, and you talking about Mary Jane Paul.
No.
Bye. So like I said, let me snag that from the rubber. She ain't boring. She's just a different energy. I think she was just matching the energy of her time. Okay. But because she did that, now we got Joy who coming straight, no chaser. Now we got Abby coming. Like, it's just so much joy. Low key, it's hard for me to trust platforms where there aren't black women or women of color a part of it. Y'all know it's the new year and finances. I've been doing my little podcast and listening. So everybody's like, Dave Ramsey. I'm like, I get it. Snowball, pay off your credit. Yes, put 15% towards, like, he gives really basic information. So I'm like, but you know what? Let me be humble. Let me go listen to, like, he has some more advanced podcasting that talks about like investing and like rental property and like business property. I was like, let me listen to that, right? Like, maybe I was listening because they're talking about credit card debt and shit. Like, people calling in talking about, I got 100,000 worth of credit card debt. Should I buy a Tesla? Bitch, no. Like, they asking them questions. But I was listening to some of his other stuff, and it's decent. Like, he does give some he gives accessible information. So I like how he makes things accessible. But y'all, is it just me? It's hard for me to trust Dave Ramsey because he does not have any women of color or black women co-signing him. He has black men. He has women, but there's no women of color or black women. And I'm always hesitant. And I don't know what it is. Dave Ramsey ain't did shit to me. He ain't come on none of these podcasts and talk about black people. He ain't did none of that. I want to make that very clear. I don't want people to think I'm just shitting on him. But it's something always in the back of my head. I feel like I can't trust it. What is that? But I think that's across all the platforms. I was like, dang, if you just had one, I'd be like, maybe. But you don't got no women of color?
Nah.
It's a no for me. What? First of all, we'll have an episode on finances because I love like the Ramseys, the Rich Dad Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, and what is it? I'll teach you to be like. I love all that. I think that's beautiful. But I think what we're missing in our black community is the aspect of what it doesn't mean to be black. The aspect of systematic oppression that has happened for the last 600 plus years. And we do not take that in consideration. I think that's the missing piece when we don't talk about finances holistically. And that's what I think that's what we're missing when it comes to our gurus. And no, Nyambi can't do it. Honey, because every time I write a check to pay off something, I'd be crying because I'm still hood rich. I want a Rolex. Don't worry, I ain't buy it. I paid all my bills. I'm debt free. Amen. But like, you don't want me to be your financial guru. Buy the Rolex, girl.
Buy that Rolex. You deserve it. You deserve
it. Tesla. You only live once.
YOLO.
Nigga rich. We'll have an episode about being hood rich. Maybe we should talk about finance this one episode. What you think, Mira?
Yeah, we can break it up.
Because we're doing some estate planning.
We are. Mm-hmm. You know, we're making some moves. We're shifting some things around.
We are.
Taking some stuff out of one pocket, putting it in another.
No, that's robbing Peter Pay partner.
No.
You want to grow. You want to grow money. What are you talking about? Let's be clear. Don't you put that energy on me.
What?
Nyams is debt free.
Hey.
Okay.
Nyams debt free too.
I see a student loan.
Except for student loan.
That is not. Now I'm Dave Ramsey. Nope.
Look.
The answer. Look, I would actually be a co-host with him. That is a lie.
Some people don't consider student loans as debt.
Nigga, who in that? What? Who are you trying to pull the wood over? I don't know who you think you messing with. But Nyambi is not new to this. She's true to this. Who is people?
I'm just saying.
Because people ain't me. Who is people who don't think student loan debt? I know a lot of you niggas is waiting for that loan debt to be wiped by Joe Biden. He ain't gonna wipe no more than 10,000. So you still need to be saving some money. They ain't gonna wipe that debt. They'll take a chunk of it away.
For some of us, that's all you need.
Come on. It'll be a blessing.
Oh, yeah.
That 10,000 welcome. But y'all who got 50, 60, 70,000, they ain't going to pay all of that. They ain't going to pay all that. They'll take a chunk, but they ain't going to pay all that. Y'all got to stop going to school, and I know what you want to go to school for, wasting money.
Student loans, boy.
Like, it is nothing wrong with starting at a community college or taking a gap year to get your stuff together so you can use your money, so you can adequately... So school should not be this much of a burden of what it became. Like, I feel like our generation definitely got the end of that stick where it was like, can't go to school? Here's $100K with 7% interest. Good luck.
Yeah. Fucked you over.
Why are you reflecting them? Are you okay?
Yeah,
you
know, it was a sour point.
We're gonna get it paid off.
It's a sour point in my life.
We're gonna get it paid off. Don't worry. It's worth it though. It's a worthy debt to have, but it's a debt you have to go through with intention. And I think too many people take out student loans, go to school without intention. And when you do that, it is not worth it. But when you set an intention, it is worth it.
But I also think, one of the things you're not acknowledging is the people who went to college and they became like the prudential breadwinners for their whole family. So they had to send money back, which meant they had to take out more loans in order not only for their education, but for their family back at home.
That's why I said you have to go to school with intentions. You took your broke ass to school knowing your mama ain't have enough money to begin with. Don't y'all send no emails.
Send all of this shit to Nyambi.
It is true. You ain't come broke overnight. You know what type of mama you got? Or daddy, or sister, or cousin?
Well, what you supposed to do then?
I'm not saying it's a right or wrong way, but it's difference in going into it with intention. Right? Instead of just saying like, yeah, I'm going to do this shit. I'm going to just go and just send the money. It is about figuring out how much money you need, how much money you going to give back to your family, how you going to live. Like, I don't think we do that foresight to really sit down and face the numbers. So I think a lot of people get scared with finances because you hide from the numbers. The number is there. When you go to college, they're going to tell you how much it's going to cost. That ain't a number that just going to surprise you in 4 or 5 years. You can get in the ballpark, give or take a few thousand, taking into consideration inflation, of course. But you're going to get in the ballpark. But I think niggas don't even decide to get in the ballpark. And if you just get that number, divide that motherfucker most likely by 5. Y'all ain't getting out in 4. Because you're going to flunk a class. That's the intention I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we do. And at the end, we be like, shit, wait, 100,000 later? Where if you settle an intention, maybe it could have been 50, 60,000. That's all I'm saying. Still a lot of money because we poor. And I'm saying we because I'm a part of it. I didn't have a college fund where it was paid for, right? My parents helped me and I'm so grateful, but I had student loans. I had to work. Like I had to do these things too. And the only reason I learned about it is going through it and figuring it out and stumbling, falling. I ain't know it unless I went through it. That's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all better listen. Going up to college. No, knowing your mama gonna ask you for some food money. You know she is. So put it to the budget.
Not no food.
Or whatever the money is for the cable or the internet to go to the casino. I don't know. But I think we just got to acknowledge it. And there is no financial guru that will say that. They will say the white financial gurus in my mind would be like, that's not appropriate. You need to put up boundaries and you need to tell them that it's inappropriate for them to ask you that. Which I get what they're saying, but the way our family dynamic set up, it just doesn't work that way. No. Right? Like the white people, I think I heard they answered a question similar like this. And the white people was like, Dave Ramsey asked was like, the only relationship I know, it's only one relationship I know that is like an exchange of money for love. And that's fucking. And so go back to your person and say, is our relationship solely based on money exchange? If so, you done fucking me. And you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that to your nana. Some of us do need to, but I think if we had us a guru who could,
I'm not your hoe no more.
I ain't have me.
You had me.
But it's a lot more complexities in our community that, is he right? A little bit. Like we could do a little bit better with boundaries and being upfront, but also it is a part of our culture to help. And how can we help? And because we're doing this together, right? Because obviously that parent, auntie, uncle, brother, sister, whoever it is, made sacrifices for you to get to that point too. But I just don't think there's anything laid out to show like a compromise for how everyone can move forward. And I do think it's a way to do it, but it's just not put out there for us. That's all I'm saying. I get it. I hear all the stuff y'all saying. Sometimes you do got to send your mama your refund check so they won't be kicked out their house. Right? Where at school, you just going to be delinquent against your account, can't get your transcripts. But you got another 2 years to work that off. But they need to get in their house. So I get it. But we don't have folks who are like laying it out to be like, what, try this or do this. Like we don't have those options as like the other or the majority has. Or it's not even majority, like social economic type stuff. Mm-hmm. No one's breaking down like that. Mm-hmm. It's more than credit card fucking debt. If credit card debt was the thing people had to work, you can work through credit card debt. But this other shit, that's hard.
That student loan debt?
Yeah.
That shit follow even if you're bankrupt.
They don't give a fuck.
That motherfucker.
I'm sorry, I done got too deep on that. What's your thought on it? Did I go too deep, y'all? Y'all want to have an episode about finance and student loans or no? We're going to have people call in.
Call in. Send Naomi's emails.
Send me finance. Oh, let's do Dave Ramsey Black Love Edition. And y'all sending y'all financial questions. And what I'll do, I'll give you the Dave Ramsey answer and I'll give you the Nyamba answer. Dave Ramsey gonna talk about Snowball. What's his step say? Here, I do it so y'all gotta pay for it. His first baby step is get $1,000. After that, you snowball all that fucking debt. That means stop taking your black asses out. No Popeyes. Eat rice and beans. Turn the fucking cable off. You literally live on as low as possible and you put all that shit to pay down your debt started from the lowest all the way up to the highest. After you do that, you need to get 3 to 6 months of your total income in a savings account. How much is that? Nigga, add up your bills. Add your rent plus your utilities. You need to get 3 to 6 months to that. And then after that, you can start doing other purchases. That's it. You don't got to pay for it.
What's Susie Orman's?
What is Susie? Listen, no, she's a little bit more flexible than he is. I would say like Dave got a method to his madness, and you follow that shit no matter what, like ruthless. And I think Susie Orman has something similar to that, but she just provides a little bit more flexibility. So I think she provides like a more feminine lens. You could tell she got caregiving stuff. I think she flips interest. So instead of the big amount, you pay the highest interest, stuff like that. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. But let us know if y'all want it. If not, that's cool too. I keep it to myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What we gonna talk about? This Is Us.
Yeah, this your show.
I thought you meant the podcast.
No, I'm talking about This Ain't It.
This ain't it. This ain't us. Y'all about to get at me. The show was okay. They about to be mad. Oh my God, Flint about to email me. The Ramsey Rage about to email me.
Please email Nyambi. She want all the smoke.
The people in the student loans about to email.
Nyambi want all of the smoke.
And then none of This Is Us fans go email.
She want all of the smoke. Nyambi over here sipping on
seltzer.
No, I thought that was Crown Royal.
No. This is seltzer with some Crystal Light because I'm watching my carbs. But This Is Us. Niram said this ain't it. I think it is it. I say this is just okay. So the last episode, spoilers. Bum, 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 bum. Who missing their sound effects, Niram? Spoilers. Now he do with an attitude. Y'all felt the hate through that. Try to get near him. Spoilers. More love. I like that. So this was the episode where Randall Pearson's birth mother came into place. So I think the name of her is Laurel. So this is Laurel. So we first meet young Laurel Dubois. I think the person who portrayed her name is Jennifer Holmes. Back all the way in season 1, I had to do some research to be like, did we ever all this shit they saying about Laurel, is this real or they just trying to bank that we don't go back and check their sources? But we did talk about her way back in episode 3. I think it was titled, I did my research on it. It was titled Kyle. So through a series of strategically teasing flashbacks, we learned just a little bit more about her character. But the thing is, mostly it's through the perspective of Randall's birth father, William. And the way that they portrayed her was like she was a crackhead. It was just not the best. Then cut to the 6th episode of the 5th season, like I said, titled Birth Mother, the one that just went off this week. That's where we go on this emotional roller coaster that This Is Us. I feel like they just be trying to get niggas to cry. And the thing is, I be receptive to cry. Y'all know I reread The Bluest Eyes to cry. I just be trying to get places just to start crying. So I was ready to go on a journey with them. It ain't land for me. But like I said, Beth and Randall, they went on to New Orleans after finding out that his mother, that he thought was that died when he was a baby via drug overdose, actually lived there to meet his Asian stepdad. No, I don't know if it's his stepdad. And from there, This Is Us ensues. And, I did some checking. They did have some black actors writers. And I think the director was a black woman. And that's great. But This Is Us be this too much. Do we just want to go through that? It was, first of all, Randall was performing with Beth. And are you going to go down? Are we going to do this? Because, Asian stepfather or Asian life partner reached out and was like, I think I know your mammy. Come on down. And then Randall was like, Randall got mad at a dead person. This is how I know, he got to go through therapy. He was mad at William because, William told me she was dead. So all the things he done said, he done lied to me. I was like, well, you just only met him for a year. It was just intense. Mm-hmm. He finally made the call, go down to New Orleans. I think his name is Hai. I think that's what Asian partner name is. And he really just tells this eloquent story. And I will give it was an eloquent story of this holistic Laurel, who is Randall's mother. Mm-hmm. And I think the piece that got me, and I had to make sure my own unconscious bias was coming into play, because we found her at the point of her life when she was on that shit with William. So I just assumed she belonged to the streets. Mm-hmm. And not belong to the streets in a negative way, but you never just know folks who had harder lives, who when they went to college, they had to send money back. No.
A scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the booze.
You think you're fucking funny. You think you're fucking funny, Nyambi. You think you're fucking funny.
What you think is funny?
You think you're funny and cute.
But
you're neither.
So I had to make sure, take my own unconscious bias. But it's storytelling, right? So I'm playing in this hero's arc and journey. But the T is she come from this old nice black middle class family with all types of black respectability politics and Sunday dinners and all the things going on. But then we learn more about her family. We learn more about her relationships with her father. We learn about relationships like with her brother. Spoiler alert, her brother passed. This affects her. I love how we get intimate with her relationship with her mother. I'm sorry, her aunt. And that was all. We got to learn her entire journey holistically as a like an audience. I think it didn't start getting better to me until we started digging into her and like High. And how they, like, I'm thinking they was lovers and friends, you know, like Usher. And he was like, and they're like, well, how did y'all start meeting? He's like, oh, well, we just waved at each other for 20 years. I said, what?
Until his wife died. Which
is loyalty, right? And I get it. But because I missed the partner story, like, they kind of liked each other. He tried to save her from drowning. She wasn't really drowning, but they did This Is Us eyes, and they kind of was in love and not in love. But you know what I'm talking about, y'all. Like, you know, they start playing that music when white daddy and white mama left. And that's how you know either love or tragedy about to happen. You're like, dun, dun, dun. And I'm like, oh, they in love, honey. But then they start working at this fruit market, and every Saturday they would just look at each other and wave. And he was like, but I had a wife, and, you know, she was recovering from her drug overdose, and I couldn't do it. And I'm like, damn, y'all couldn't even be friends? Like, you couldn't come over and be like, it can't be what it was, but can we be friends?
No.
But after his wife died, then that's when they started like going on this whole journey, and like he took care of her and all that good stuff. I think the piece I appreciated was Randall got to cry again, and he got to cry in that baptism of the water, and he did a soul cry. It's okay, Randall. It's okay. It's hard. I mean, you and that white family. Yo, daddy, you done had 2 daddies die. Your mama died twice. It's a lot. You was dancing naked in front of all your people. You got your anxiety acting up. I know. But it's good.
It is not good.
Like,
this is bad.
Like, it was just almost too much. Like, I get all the pieces are there. Like, as I'm telling the story, I'm like, yeah. But like the way that it was almost put together, COVID done made me a cold bitch. Like, and I'm just like, is this realistic? And then at the end, here come him and Beth. I guess we somehow have a beautiful home now in New Orleans. And now you've healed from all your previous pain because you got in the water and cried. And then the spirit and the Holy Ghost of your mama, the dead has risen, done came and touched your face.
Let me call Kevin.
Yeah, let me call Kevin to forgive white brother.
Meanwhile, this nigga about to have a bad accident.
That Kevin, no, he shouldn't have took his ass to a whole different country, about to have twins in 2 days. Stupid. Where was Rebecca? Where his mama at? Like, I think as the mama, I'm like, son, listen, you're beautiful, you're pretty and white. You'll get another casting. Go be there with your wife. Yeah, you know she got her eating this. She got stuff going on. You need to be there to support her, right? She just be there, or have enough pour to get the filming. Put, you know what I'm saying? Like, figure something out. And then Randall tried to have a come to Jesus moment with him, but he driving his Prius, and then his Prius ran off the road. And I went on Twitter and people was like, oh my God, what's gonna happen next? I said, Kevin live. Why was that a cliffhanger? We done fast forwarded from season 1 where Rebecca was dying. Kevin was there because he built a cabin. I'm not scared. I mean, he might miss the birth, but he not dead. But it just didn't move me to chorus. It just didn't. It was just too. I can't. What is the word? Y'all can tear me up if you loved it and you like. I feel like if you was in the right mood, you would have been boohooing the whole episode. But I feel like I said, this COVID, the civil unrest that made me a cold, bitter bitch, and I literally was just looking at the screen. Like, get up out that water, Randall. Come on, it's time to go. Kevin done flipped the Prius. What did he run into?
I don't know.
It was literally a dark, empty road. What did Mabel run out? How did the car completely flip over?
This Is Us is almost so damn predictable.
Like, it was too predictable, and it was like too over the top.
So it's like, oh, I'm gonna call Kevin. Hey, Randall, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get home.
I can't talk to you. I'm just trying to say I love you, Randall. I'm just trying to say I love you, Kevin. I can't. Burp. Get the fuck out of here.
So he's driving from Toronto to California?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I thought Kevin got it like that. You telling me he ain't going to spend $10K to rent a private jet?
Shit.
Like, you're telling me he's not going to spend that on his twins?
So.
Or why wouldn't the movie set pay for that?
Nyambi, if Kevin can drive from Toronto back to LA.
Isn't the borders closed?
We can drive from San Diego to Detroit.
Well, you see what happened to him? No. Like, it was just too... I'm like, go... What Toby and them doing? What Rebecca doing?
Can't nobody FaceTime.
How Rebecca navigating through her dementia? I think that's the storyline I'm more interested in. Even let's go back to Kate and Toby. But like, it was on paper beautiful, but me and my bitter bitch mentality, I'm a cold bitch. It didn't make it. It was just too. I don't know.
It's too predictable,
and it was too clean. Like, you telling me Randall with only 3 therapy sessions under him still went mad? Yeah, right. I wanted to storm off and then to come back. Mm-hmm. Like, it was no problem. He ain't call his therapist once, did he?
No.
Shit. I'm telling my therapist, I need a retainer like a lawyer.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna take a drive and go get in the water and yell.
I get it, right? Because it is.
So now he healed afterwards?
Because the water is healing. It felt like a black baptism. Like, I get that. Like, I rock with pouring yourself out and releasing. That's not what I'm against. I think I'm just against the timeline and the way it flowed. And like, how do you know where the water at? Like, where are we at? Is there anything in there? Like, Randall has to be a Virgo. Like, I just don't think he would just wade in the water. Like, what? What? I just don't think some of that stuff is just. But like, it was a cute story. I think it would have been a better book.
I don't think he would wade in the water.
It just feels like a better book. I think on the television, I was just like this. And then here come Beth. Where Felicia Rashad? Give me somebody with some energy on this screen. Nobody was messy. And I'm sorry. I need to rewatch it probably. So is any of her relatives living?
I guess not.
So nobody from her family's living?
Nope.
Like, I thought that would maybe be the next breaker, right? Oh, you never met? I mean, Aunt May probably gone to the Lord. But like, oh, you never met like Aunt May's daughter or or you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I thought would be more of a cliffhanger. But
I guess not.
No. But I appreciate they told the story, and I'm glad. Honestly, Laurel done got a huge character develop. He got more development than what's Miguel.
Tell me about it.
See, I keep saying I'm still interested in Miguel.
Yeah.
I'm interested in Miguel and his family and him and Rebecca getting to get, like, did they ever?
Yeah, they did a few episodes.
Nah, but they ain't getting messy. Like, Miguel family don't give a fuck about the Pearsons.
Sure don't.
I want a story on Miguel kids. And I want them to be like, this is what white people be doing. Coming and ravaging homes.
Pillaging.
Raping and pillaging.
Fucking up a happy ass home.
I want that story because that feel real. Because we remember when Miguel had to cuss out his kids. They'd be like, this is my wife, y'all gonna have to leave. We didn't one leave and one was like, pass the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I want the kid story. That's some real life shit.
Pass mashed potatoes, please.
Get another one. I'm out this motherfucker. Any tamales left?
You have no loyalty to mom.
A scheme that Todd set up.
No loyalty to mom.
But y'all let me know how y'all like This Ain't Us. Miriam said this ain't it. I said this is just okay.
It's wild.
But I'm rocking with. It's just like Power. I'm going to rock it until the wheels fall off. Cool. Mm-hmm. Should we get into some shots? Please send all comments, suggestions concerning
Naomi wants all the smoke.
Ooh, maybe I'm like the Snickers. Like, you know the Snickers commercials?
Naomi wants all of the smoke.
Y'all got it unfiltered today.
That's why I was asking if you were sipping on Crown.
I am sipping on Crystal Light and seltzer.
Oh. Because it was a little dark.
This is all sober. I like a deeper concentration of the Crystal Light. I do true Crystal Lights to the 8 ounces. I like it thick. Like it's seasoned.
Thank you for the recipe, baby.
No problem. With a splash of lemon juice to help cut some of that fake sugar taste. Yeah.
Oh, you want to read the email so I can get the voicemails together?
Yeah, so it is Shout Out Friday. So as we always said before, if y'all have some shout outs for us, you can send that to us on email. You can shout us out on Apple Podcast, Stitcher, all 5-star reviews. We read. Niram don't read nothing less than a 5-star review.
Sure don't.
Or you can shoot us up on voicemail. You want to hear the number, Niram?
508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111.
Perfect. So we got an email from Toy, and the subject says, Sylvie was definitely a gutter snipe. Oh, I've been on one for the whole week, ain't I? I'm gonna have to just come with Black Joy next week. It says, hey, y'all, I hollered at Nyambi's critique of Sylvie's love because I was thinking the same thing while watching it. Like, what in the world is going on here? She kept making selfish decisions after the Nets in a time period where that responsibility shit for women was heavy. How did everything still work out for her in the end? She never lacked a good man. Even the husband was a little old school, but he still was a decent man. The bills were paid. He loved his side baby. He wasn't whooping her ass. He still deserved way more respect than that. Meanwhile, on a ranch, the dark-skinned best friend from the Thought Summer ain't even find nobody. She busy fighting civil rights for black people, and she still deserves love. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I'm tripping. Love y'all, Toy. Sylvie, she was just gallivant. And don't get me wrong, I liked it. Like, I suggest everyone watched it. But my thing was like, damn, I need a part 2 where somebody be like, sis, you gotta tell that man the truth. And if you scared of the truth, right, like, you grown. You gotta push through this, Sylvie. Then eventually she did, but it shouldn't have took all them years. And then the way she just was treating her husband. Why you marry him? Let him be free. You know, he trying to get VP and he wants you to get, when he married you, he thought he was going to be a VP. You was going to make pot roast and y'all was going to vacation in Martha's Vineyard.
Not pot roast.
Or what's the black?
Oaks Bluff.
Oaks Bluff. That was the plan. And you thought that was the plan until you seen otherwise. And I ain't like just how she was leading the niggas on. And we ain't acknowledge it all. She ain't get checked one time.
Fucking Sylvie.
Oh, Sylvie. It's a beautiful movie, though. But I was like, Sylvie.
I haven't watched it yet.
Watch it. You can add it to your list. But no, I'm going to have the TV on lock. So don't disturb me.
Oh, excuse me.
We got any voicemails?
Yeah, we got a few.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we
Let's
do.
go.
You know.
New Year.
Listen, Nyambi and Niram, let
Hey.
me tell you, I just recently, I'm sorry, my name is Desiree. I'm here in the Bay Area, East Bay, Brentwood, you know. But let me tell y'all, I happened to come across y'all podcast because I was listening to another by the Ellises, and I came across yours, and I said, let me see what this is about.
Yeah.
And I don't even know, y'all had so many episodes. I'm like, oh, shoot, like, this is like a smorgasbord. Let me just decide which one I'm going to pick.
Thank you.
So I just clicked on one. I got to listen, and baby, when I tell you, I listen to y'all every day.
Oh, thank you.
Every morning on my drive to Tracy to go to work.
Yeah.
I don't care how bad it is, and I don't want to go. By the time I get to that parking space, y'all just done did me. Y'all just made my day, and it's only 6:45 in the morning. But baby, y'all have no idea what y'all do to me spiritually. Y'all say everything that I think. Y'all enlighten me with a lot of different stuff, a lot of new words, and because Nyambi, I'm loving your vocabulary. I just love it. And I'm not going to leave you out, Miriam, because you're so laid back. You remind me of my husband. You're so laid back, and y'all compliment each other. That's what I love about it. That's what I really love about y'all. Y'all remind me a lot of me and my husband, and I just love y'all for that. But I kept saying, I'm going to call in. And I ain't got really a whole lot to say.
That's cool.
I know that's hard to say after all that I've already said.
We all fan.
But y'all just do it for me. Y'all have no idea. I love me some black people.
Yes.
I'm.
Oh, she called back?
Yeah, she called back.
I don't like that lady. I don't like that.
Everybody hate that white woman.
But you know, I have a lot to say. I got a big mouth, so y'all excuse me. But I was in the middle of saying, y'all just, whoo. I loved hearing y'all talk about Insecure. I love hearing y'all suggestions about movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
These crazy folks, these colonizers and whatnot, going up into the Capitol building and all this mess that they got going on and whatever. It's just enlightening to be able to be a part of your podcast. I feel like I'm right there in the room with you guys. But I just wanted to say, just continue doing what y'all do. Y'all doing it, or you guys are doing it so well. And you guys make me proud to be a black woman. You guys make me proud to be black. And I just pray that you guys continue to just be successful
Thank
God
you.
bless y'all, and I
thank
will be
you.
calling back.
Yeah,
Love
please.
y'all.
Okay.
Child, I'm adding you on my prayer list. You know, I be praying for particular people. Are you added to that?
Oh.
Thank you. You spoke life to me. I needed that.
Okay. Miami adding to your prayer list.
You know, I believe in going to the Lord.
She adding you to the prayer list.
You know, I always pray for the entire community, but you know, sometimes you got to go in with individual prayers.
Yeah.
We got anybody else now?
Yeah, I'm calling one now. It's
You
silence.
calling?
I mean, it's silence. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Let's see.
I'm
They
calling.
must have
I'm
left a
calling them
voice.
now.
Didn't.
they ain't talk.
Oh,
I
there we go.
apologize for earlier because I did call.
Oh, I was saying. Now y'all over here trying to blame me.
Called me at the same time, and I had to see if it was an emergency. So that's why it was blank.
Okay.
But when I tell y'all sound like a true married couple on this. What is it called? Gutter Snipe. Episode. Listen, Sylvie is trash, okay? I understand that man was in love with the girl.
Yeah.
But she could have told him, she could have spoke up, and the whole time she was engaged to another man,
Yes.
she was dating.
Dating.
Like full dating, tongue down
Whole
my throat
ass
dating.
life.
What's up dating. Niram, I do love that new sound machine.
Mhm.
You know what I've been looking into? I've been looking into a roadcaster.
Oh, that,
They want to take my whole stimmy.
yeah,
wanna
they
take my
are.
whole stimmy
They
for
are
that
gonna take
thing.
your whole stimmy.
Investment, but I do a lot of shows, so I might
Make
get
it
it.
easier.
But is there anything that's close to a roadcaster that's not $600 or more that I could buy? Because
Yeah. It's hard.
I just
I
don't
know.
know. But I'm enjoying the show. It's Shan. If y'all don't know, it's Shan. Yeah.
We know
all
you,
that.
Shan.
But I'm gonna continue.
Love you, Shan. No. Well, you have to give up your stimmy.
What? It ain't nothing else. Niram always be on
No,
on 10.
because I've
ain't
been
no
looking.
medium.
There's nothing else comparable to a roadcaster. I don't know. Actually, maybe there's a Zoom.
What's a roadcaster?
The mixer we got.
Oh, okay. How much was it? What?
Don't worry
Wait a
about all
minute. Wait.
It came from this stimmy.
It might go away. Look,
what, I ain't-
now ain't no sound effects.
Ain't no sound effects. Bullshit. Taxman said I need some deductions.
Yeah.
He said you ain't got no, like, you're a podcaster. You ain't got all the equipment you need. I said, actually,
Jesus.
I do got some equipment I'm eyeballing.
Taxes, honey.
He said, upgrade your equipment. Make it sound nice. I said, okay then. I make it sound nice then.
What is the one you about to recommend, Shan, before you get distracted?
I think it's called like a Zoom something.
Yeah.
It's called, on the next voicemail I'll look it up.
Okay.
But it doesn't have, they have sound pads, but they're like super mini buttons versus the Rodecaster. You see, you got like the 8 pads on the side.
Yeah.
Zoom has something that's trying to compare to it, but it's not as good. I think it's not as good as the Rodecaster.
Okay.
Just on the fact that you can record it through the computer, but you can also just bring you can just record it on a mini card or micro SD and go from there.
Gotcha.
The other things they don't tell you about having this Rodecaster, then depending on which microphones you get, you probably still need to get like a fat head, which is like a preamp for the microphone, depending on like which mics you got.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, hit us up, we can talk more about that.
Cool.
Yeah, let's see the next voicemail.
Just spinning again.
I can't help it. Shit be
Hey
spinning.
y'all, it's Panagio. Happy New
Hey.
Year.
Hey, happy New Year. guys.
I'm assuming y'all have watched the news, and I just called to say, what in the crack of doo-doo-doo are we watching unfold? I mean, well, we've been watching it unfold pretty much all year. These same white people been fussing and fighting over these masks, and now they just like, Trump is not finna lead, and I don't know why they don't know that that's not how presidency works. Like, this has really been disgusting, but also quite hilarious to watch.
Yeah, the whites lost their mind.
Police officers, fully armed, police officers run from protesters
and pretend like they just don't have any other options. Besides letting the protesters run all up in people's office and all kind of crazy stuff. I can't wait. I don't really. I'm kind of at a loss for words. I can't wait till y'all come back because I really want to hear y'all's take on it. I've been following y'all on Instagram to see just, what y'all been posting. You've been keeping it light. But
we're trying to keep it cheap
I
and
can't wait
cheerful.
to hear y'all laugh and cackle about this because ain't this some bullshit?
It is some bullshit.
You mean to tell me these people that made it, first of all, y'all kind of let them in with opening arms, damn near walk them up the stairs to get inside the building.
You right.
So, is this hell?
Well, we all made the wrong decision, and we all together.
But anyway, I just called to say that. Can't wait till y'all come back, and I hope the new year is going somewhere.
Yeah. Did she come back?
Yeah, she came
That's
back.
hilarious. I was talking
hell?
with someone. I think we talked about this. Y'all know on Reddit I like 2-minute horror stories, and one of the horror stories was like the husband came home to the wife and was like, it was all a simulation and we lost.
Shit.
Oh my God, what does that mean? I'm so scared. Y'all, I be reading them 2-sentence horror stories, be terrified on Reddit. But some of them I'd be like, damn, how can they write 2 sentences better than a whole This Is Us episode?
Also, I forgot to bring up, there was a reporting that some Republican, what would you call them? House Senate people was giving tours the day before, and allegedly like giving tours were bandit. So they're saying that it was some people on the inside to like walk them through.
It sound like what?
It sound like
A scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bullshit.
Bullshit.
So that was one of the things. You went to bed and I was watching Rachel Maddow because I was like, I'm gonna watch this white woman.
Niram would leave me for Rachel Maddow. I'm Rachel Maddow. I don't want him at all. Niram would leave me for Rachel Maddow. I'm like, I can't watch her no more. Turn her off.
But somebody came on there and it's like, yeah, I was there the day before, and and she was like, I reported this.
Yeah.
She said, I reported this, so I can't
supposed
say
to get no tours during a pandemic at the state capitol. I can't say no names,
but I did see some Republican senators, or what they call the House people, Republican housemates. We're just gonna call them housemates. Congressman walking around with a bunch of group of people that look very suspect, similar to the people that we seen the day afterwards.
Did one have horns on his head?
And they was giving them a tour of the whole House and Senate, and they told us that tours were banned because of COVID.
Of
but then these motherfuckers come and show that, and then this shit happened the next day. Oh, I went to go tell honey. I told all the police.
Up and out.
Up and out.
That's cubicle warriors. You never just tell one way. You got to tell up and out.
And so we'll see what's going to happen to those congressmen and congresswomen to see what's going to happen, because allegedly there were some people giving out tours the day before, because they kept saying like, how did they
know where to go?
Like, how did they know where to go so quickly when people, even new Congress people and senators, get lost in there in their first couple
I've
of
been
weeks.
in this Capitol building and I just couldn't even find a bathroom. The bathroom's not like, there ain't no signs in there, y'all. Like, it's not even intuitive on how to find the bathroom.
Right.
There is no, like, it looks like just a normal door. You're like, is this a closet? Is this Nancy Pelosi office? Oh, that's just the urinal. Like, it is not an intuitive place.
So the fact they were able to get in there so quickly,
yeah,
and get to certain spots so quickly,
yeah,
showed that there was an inside job.
Yeah, because I wouldn't even know which way to go. Like, yeah, I never thought they did it alone. I just didn't think they would be able to prove it's inside. But sis said, listen, I reported up and out.
Yeah. Let's get back to Nigel.
Yeah.
It's spinning.
Oh, it's spinning.
To Nigel again.
Hey.
But I was just wanting to say I hope y'all are doing okay. And man, I know good and goddamn well ain't nobody calling me. Hold on.
Wait.
Anyway, y'all have a happy year, and I'll be listening.
I thought Tanaja was gonna hit us with a hold the line.
Hold the line. I thought tonight you was gonna put us on hold.
Hold the line.
Said what?
I was gonna wait to see if you come back. Hold the line.
Shan, it's called a Zoom Live Track LA. So like that's the Zoom mixer that's what be competing against the Rodecaster Pro.
Yeah.
However, it has like sound pads, but they're little bitty buttons. Like look how small those buttons
Oh
is
yeah, I see it.
compared to this. So it has a little bit more knobs and things of that sort. But I think the Rodecaster Pro is just it's a lot easier to use and it's a lot more user friendly than this Zoom mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got one more voicemail.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. Go ahead and get that spin that stimmy.
Hey, Naram, Nayambi, and Mabel. This is Red Baron giving you guys a call on New Year's Eve.
Thank you.
It's a little early, but I don't want to forget to give you a call.
Thank you.
Thank all of you guys so much. That was an amazing episode. With Shan, Sir Jeffrey, Chris, and Carlos, it was something I didn't even know that I needed until I got it. And I appreciated it so much. It was like finding black diamonds.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful, timeless, and just amazing.
Thank you.
In their own way. You know, it really has made me appreciate even more about being black and having so much joy and magic in yourself and just appreciating the fact that I'm still alive. There's so much more I can accomplish and it's not about what I'm trying to dump off on 2020. It's about what I'm looking forward to. It's about where I want to go in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'm going to end 2020, going into 2021 with Kendrick Lamar, All Right.
Come on.
Because I just feel like it's a song that I just need to feel uplifted, and I just need to know that there's so much more.
Call it back. Let's see. There's some more what?
You right.
I see ain't nothing changed. Still being cut off by that. But
some things change. Some things stay the same.
I just want to say to you and to the whole entire Black Love Matters community, everybody, be safe out there, be healthy, be loved, be appreciated, and know that you're going to be all right. Everybody take care.
Thank you.
See you in 2021.
Oh, my God. That's what's
and have a moment of silence for those who didn't get to. I love y'all.
Love you too.
Bye.
Was that too much?
Thank you, Nair.
You know,
Red. Red always so
Red
thoughtful.
Beezy always got the gems.
I love it. I love
Very
it.
thoughtful.
I'll fill us up.
To submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com to submit
It's a black love story. That's what it is. Don't act like you don't know what it is. We got some, y'all. We gonna do.
Man, ain't nobody saying no black love
We got
stories.
some. We about to tell our story again.
We about to just cancel that segment.
We are not.
We starting some new segments. Assistant, if you listening, we're
No.
going to have a new conversation about new segments because evidently niggas ain't got black love stories.
We got them. Don't
To
worry.
submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email, blacklovematters@gmail.com. To leave a comment about anything we talked about, head on over to that website. We got that SoundCloud. We got that voicemail, and that's at 508-784-1111. Once again, that's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. Remember, love is ever evolving.
Peace.